Hey guys, it's me, Miss Shelby. I just wanted to make a quick video before you go ahead and do lesson 1 on Zearn. There's a couple things that I think that we have to understand the vocabulary of what they're saying in lesson 1 on Zearn. And also I want to show you how you're going to complete your exit ticket. So as you see, I have my document camera here, and this is probably going to help us. And I'm just going to write some things down. So, a couple of things that you guys need to know the vocabulary and what they're saying on Zearn. One thing that you're going to hear over and over is a word called bundle. Okay, now you may have heard Mr. B talk about bundling, unbundling, but when you bundle something, there has to be a certain number. And that number that I've always told my students is 10. There has to be 10 of something before you can bundle it. Okay, so I'm going to put bundle equals 10. Now, another thing that you're going to be hearing a lot of is a place value chart. I'm going to go ahead and write that down. You guys are going to be seeing in lesson 1 a lot of place value charts. What I suggest is anytime you're doing Zearn, I would always follow along. It asks you if you have student notes, and you guys right now do not have student notes. I don't have those printed out for you, but I would have a pencil and a piece of paper ready, and I would do those problems along with Zearn. That is my recommendation, but I really want you all to do that. So something that I always do is, and if you were in my class, the first couple of weeks, I would make you draw your place value charts. So I'm not going to draw a big place value chart, but I'll start with 4 lines. I go over, and we start on the right. Anytime we're doing a place value chart, we always start on the right. So the first place value, and it's probably the easiest one, is ones. And then when we go up a place value, that's our tens. We go to the next one, that is hundreds. And I always tell my students, if you don't know how to spell something in math, it doesn't matter. As long as you know that these go right here and we start on the right, starts with ones, tens, hundreds. Our next one is thousands. Okay, and I'm going to stop right there for right now. I'm just going to show you ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, and then we'll get into this other one quickly. So first thing that you're going to see on Zearn is you're going to be talking about multiplication sentences. You might see a multiplication sentence that looks something like this. It'll say 10 times as many as, we'll say 1. So this is a multiplication sentence. Okay, now I know it doesn't look like a multiplication sentence, but this is actually using just words with these. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this look more like a math equation or a multiplication equation by using keywords. So we have our 10. So I'm going to write down 10. 10 times. This word is a vocabulary word, and it's a vocabulary word for, you guessed it, multiplication. Okay, so 10 times as many as 1. So basically they're saying 10 times 1, that's just this. Okay, so to show that in our place value chart, we're going to put 1 circle because we only have 1. Okay, so right now, this is just 1. But to make sure that we're showing this equation right here, we have to multiply by 10. So anytime you multiply by 10, you're going to have 10 of these. So on Zearn, what you're going to see is you're going to have one of these dots, and we're multiplying by 10. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And like I said, when you have 10 of something, we can bundle. So when you have 10 of something, we're going to bundle it up and we send it over to the next place value. So 10 of these equals 1 of these. So 10 times as many as 1 equals, and on Zearn, you're going to see where it says ones. And you're going to think, Miss Shelby, why does it say that? Why does it say ones right there? We just bundled it. We've sent it over to the tens place. Well, something that you need to understand is Zearn's going to make you go back and see how many you have in your ones column. Well, in the ones column, how many do we have? 10. So we're going to put 10 ones, which also equals, and it's crazy. We keep going on. 10 ones also equals how many tens? 1. So it also equals 110. Okay, now I know that this one's pretty easy. 10 times 1 is 10, but I just wanted to show you how we can interpret this, where there's words, into an equation. Okay, so we would just put 10 right there. All right, so this is something that you're going to see on your Zearn lesson 1. And I wanted to kind of talk about these things. Now let's review. A bundle, you have to have how many in a bundle? That's right. You have to have 10. You have to have 10 in a bundle, okay? And then anytime you have 10 of something, it goes to the next place value. All right. So let's review here, and let me kind of show you what this is going to look like. So it's going to ask you if you have your Zearn student notes for lesson 1. You can say yes and just follow along by creating this chart. It gives you, it stops and gives you time to fill out your student notes. So my suggestion would be to act like you have those student notes, but just get a piece of paper from the journal that we gave you guys. Okay. So the thing that you're going to do for mission 1, lesson 1, it's called bundle action. What's really cool as a teacher, I can click on this and see what you guys are doing. So I can click on Number Gym and see what you guys are doing in Number Gym. I can click on the sprint, and I even did the sprint earlier. And what's cool about a sprint is the first time you do it, you get a score, and then you try to beat that score the second time. That's why it's called a sprint. It's kind of a competition between yourself. And on this sprint, it's you're multiplying by 10, and then also you're dividing by 10. So it makes you think a little bit. You're having to kind of go back to 3rd grade and think about those multiplication facts. Now, here is your guided practice. A guided practice would be just like this, just like what we just did now, where I had my piece of paper and I'm going through a problem. Now, I really suggest on your guided practice, it's going to take you through some problems. If you have any trouble with that, please set up a Google Meet with me. I can do it anytime during the school day or anytime at night if you're having trouble with that. Your Tower of Power is your independent practice. So that's going to be kind of like your problem set that I would give you here at school. And then you have a bonus. So this is what I want you to do today for Tuesday. It's lesson 1 and it's called bundle action. Remember, you need 10 to make a bundle. So you're going to hear them say that over and over. They're going to say bundle. They're going to say place value chart. Remember, on a place value chart, you always start to the right. Okay, you always start to the right, and you're going to start with ones, tens, hundreds. And I think on mission 1, on the lesson one, you're only going to go to 100. Now you might go to thousands. If you have any questions, please get back with me and I would be happy to answer them. I'm going to show you one more thing before I go. I have created your exit tickets on a Google slide. So this one says exit ticket lesson one. Now, what I've done, instead of putting text box, I've put tables, and that should help you and your parents kind of navigate this. So anywhere it says type here, I want you to type there. So like it says name, I want you to type your name there. So all you have to do is click in it, and then you'll just backspace and type your name. And it's going a little slow. Okay. You'll just backspace and type your name. Okay. Now, it says use the disk in the place value chart below to complete the following problem. So what you're going to do, everywhere it says type here, that's what you're going to type. So on this place value chart, you're going to type in, you're going to start right here, and you'll start with I'm not going to tell you the answer. Hopefully you already know it. So you'll go through here, okay? You'll put this in there. And then what you're going to do is label the place value chart. That's what you're going to do here. Then it says, tell about the movement of the disk in the place value chart by filling in the blanks to make the following equation match the drawing in the place value chart. So first you're going to put this here. And what's really cool is, what did they start with before they multiplied by 10? That's what you got to think about. What did they start with before they multiplied by 10? And then what did they get when they multiplied by 10 in this column? How many are in there? And then once they multiplied by 10 and got all of these, what did they get right here? That's what they're wanting you to do. Now, it says it wants you to write a statement about this place value chart using the words 10 times as many. Now, if you remember, I did that when I first did this. So 10 times as many as, and then that's how you're going to write that multiplication sentence. Now, if you're having trouble with this, please reach out to me and I would be happy to help. I have a lot of videos that I found over the weekend on how to go about lesson one and what to do for lesson one. Some of you guys have already completed lesson one. So what I need you to do is just do your exit ticket, just to make sure that you're doing that right. So again, if you have any questions, please reach out. I would be happy to help. I love you guys, and I hope that this helps get you through lesson one on Zearn and your exit ticket. Have an awesome day.